We were all first introduced to positive numbers. Then we were introduced to negative numbers. And we were told that all these numbers are called integers. And we had to combine two integers using addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. For this, we were asked to do it on the number line system, where we go forward and backward according to positive or negative numbers, either it is addition or subtraction. It is always a confusion whether to go forward or backwards, right? So today in Ganitika.com, the website for mathematics lovers, learners, and leaders, we are going to see how to do the 4 operations on integers. In this video, I am going to concentrate on the sign of the results when you do the operations on integers. So you should be knowing how to add 2 positive integers. You should know how to subtract a smaller number from a bigger number for positive integers. You should know how to divide and multiply 2 positive numbers. So if you know all the 4 operations on positive numbers, you can understand this video easily, because I'm going to concentrate only on the sign of the operations on the integers. So I'm going to be looking into what will be the sign of the result when you add 2 integers, or when you subtract 2 integers, when you multiply or divide 2 integers. So this is what I'm going to concentrate in this video. First of all, let's see what is addition on integers. How do you add 2 integers? When you add 2 positive integers, the resulting integer will be a positive number. And you simply need to add the 2 numbers given in the question. So for example, let's say we have positive 5 added to positive 3. The final result is going to be a positive number, and the numbers that we have here are 5 and 3. Therefore, simply add those 2 numbers. 5 plus 3 is what? 8. So the final result is 8, but it has a positive value. Therefore, the final result is positive 8. So positive 5 plus positive 3 is equal to positive 8. When you have 2 positive numbers added together, you will get a positive integer as your answer. So when you have a negative integer added to another negative integer, the final result will be a negative number, and you need to add the numbers. So for example, if you have negative 5 added to negative 3, you just need to add the 2 numbers 5 and 3, but the final result will be a negative number. Add the numbers. 5 plus 3 is 8. Forget about the sign of the numbers, just add the numbers from the question. 5 and 3 are the numbers here. So 5 plus 3 is 8. But we need to put the negative sign before that, because both the numbers were negative. Therefore, the final answer here is negative 8. For what? For negative 5 plus negative 3, the final answer is negative 8, because you need to add the numbers 5 and 3 first, and then put the negative sign, because both the numbers are negative and you are adding 2 negative numbers. So when you add 2 negative numbers, the final answer will be negative. For the number, you simply have to add the 2 numbers. Hope it is easy here. The next case is when you have a positive number added to a negative number. In this case, you can see that the positive sign is bigger than the negative sign, which means the value of the positive number is bigger and the value of the negative number is smaller. When you have such a case, what you need to do is you need to give the final result in positive answer, and you have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. The final answer will be positive because the bigger number had a positive sign. So let's see an example. Positive 5 added to negative 3. So the bigger number is 5, the smaller number is 3. The bigger number has the positive sign, therefore the final result will be a positive number. What you need to do with the numbers is subtract the smaller number, which is 3 in this case, from the bigger number, which is 5. So 5 minus 3 is 2. You need to give the answer as positive 2, because the bigger number 5 had a positive sign. And the numbers are 5 and 3, therefore subtracting 5 minus 3 is 2, so positive 2. Positive 5 added to negative 3 will be positive 2, because 5 is the bigger number which has a positive sign, therefore the final result is positive. Since the signs of the 2 numbers are opposite signs, plus and minus, you have to subtract the numbers. 5 minus 3 is 2. When you have it in the other way around, positive is smaller number but the negative is a bigger number, then the final answer will be a negative number. But you need to do the same thing with the numbers. Subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. The smaller number will be subtracted from the bigger number irrespective of the signs. So let's see an example. The positive number is smaller, which is plus 3. the negative number is bigger, negative 5. 5 is bigger than 3. Therefore, we have a negative 5 and positive 3 here. So we are going to add positive 3 to negative 5. So the final answer should be a negative number. And for the number, we have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number, which is 5 minus 3. Subtraction is 2. But since we need to put the sign of the bigger number, which is negative, the final answer is negative 2. The final answer for positive 3 plus negative 5 will be equal to negative 2. So let's check your understanding on addition of two integers now. Keep your notebook ready and write down these questions and see that you can answer them. Pause the video here. After you finish, continue with the video to check your answers. So the numbers are positive 2 plus positive 7. Positive added to positive. Next is positive number added to a negative number. Next is negative number added to a negative number. Next is negative number added to a positive number. So I've given you all the four possible options here with the different numbers. Use the techniques that I just explained and see that you can get the answers correctly. If you are ready, you can continue with the video now. The answers are positive 2 plus positive 7 will be adding two numbers with a positive sign, therefore positive 9. Positive and negative numbers in the second question means that you have to subtract the numbers. 9 minus 4 is 5. And you have to give the answer with the sign of the bigger number, which is 9, which has positive sign. Therefore, this will be positive 5. Both are negative numbers in the next case. Therefore, you have to add the numbers and give the negative sign. So, negative 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. Since both of them are negative, you have to give it as a negative number as an answer. Next is positive and negative combined. Therefore, the answer will be subtraction of 7 minus 3, 4. But the sign will be the sign of the bigger number, which is 7. Therefore, this is going to be negative 4. I hope you got all these answers correctly. Now, let's go on to subtraction of integers. Subtracting a positive integer from a positive integer, a negative from a negative integer, or a negative from positive or positive from negative, any subtraction question on integer is going to be changed to addition questions. And this is what we are going to see now. So if you want to subtract a positive number from a positive number, subtract a negative number from a negative number, a negative number from a positive or positive number from a negative number. These are the four options you have in subtraction with integers. So what should you do when you have such cases? Let's consider examples in each case because it's easier to consider examples because subtraction is going to be changed to addition. So we'll consider these examples with 5 and 3, different options of 5 and 3. Positive 5 minus positive 3, negative 5 minus negative 3, positive 5 minus negative 3, negative 5 minus positive 3. You should have noticed that I'm using the words positive, negative and minus here because negative and positive are the signs of the numbers. Minus and plus are the operations. So you be careful in using these four words. Positive and negative are the signs of the numbers and minus and plus are the operations. So don't confuse between these two set of words. Now what you need to do with the first set of numbers is you don't change any of them, write them as it is. The first number, write it as it is and then change the subtraction to addition. So you put addition after the first number. But what you need to do with the second number is change the sign of the second number. All positive numbers will become negative numbers and all negative numbers will become positive numbers. So positive 3s became negative 3s and negative 3s became positive 3s. So put these numbers next to the plus sign here. So positive 5 plus negative 3 is same as positive 5 minus positive 3. Negative 5 plus 3 is same as negative 5 minus negative 3. Positive 5 plus positive 3 is same as positive 5 minus negative 3. Negative 5 plus negative 3 is the same as negative 5 minus positive 3. So we have changed all the subtraction to addition questions now. So pause the video again here. You know how to add these four set of numbers. So try to add these numbers and give the answers which will be the same as the subtraction question which is given in the beginning. So pause the video here, answer these addition questions now. Are you ready? So positive and negative, subtract the numbers. 5 minus 3 is 2. The sign will be the sign of plus 5. Therefore, the answer is positive 2, which will be the answer for positive 5 minus positive 3 in the first case. In the second case, opposite signs, therefore subtraction, but the negative 2 will be the answer for this. Therefore, negative 5 minus negative 3 will be negative 2. Here it will be positive 8 because both are positive. You have to add the numbers, put the positive sign. Next is both are negative and therefore the answer is negative. You have to add the numbers. Negative 8 will be the answer. So these are the answers for the original question, which were subtraction questions. So we changed the subtraction questions to addition questions by changing the sign of the second number. So let's check your understanding on subtraction now. Get ready with your notebooks and answer these questions. Plus 8 minus negative 2, so positive negative subtraction. Plus 5 or positive 5 minus positive 6. Negative 3 minus negative 7. Negative 6 minus positive 4. So negative positive in the last case. Pause the video here. Try to do these subtraction questions. Change all of them into addition by changing the second number into the opposite sign and do the addition. Are you ready? So this will become positive 8. The minus becomes plus. Negative 2 becomes positive 2. And like this, change everything. This becomes plus 5 or positive 5 plus positive negative 6. This is negative 3 plus positive 7. This is negative 6 stays as it is. The first number stays as it is. The minus becomes plus. Plus 4 becomes negative 4. Positive 4 becomes negative 4. And giving the answers of these addition questions, plus and plus positive. Therefore, add the numbers, put the plus sign. So plus 10, which is easy. Opposite sign, subtract the number. 6 minus 5 is 1. The sign of the bigger number is negative. Therefore, it is negative 1. Opposite sign, subtract the number. 7 minus 3 is 4. The sign of the bigger number is positive, therefore positive 4. Both are negative numbers, therefore add the numbers and put the negative sign, negative 10. So these are the answers for the original subtraction questions. So addition and subtractions are over and we are going to go into multiplication of integers. When you have two positive integers to be multiplied, the final answer will be a positive integer. So when two positive integers are multiplied, you will have a positive integer as your answer. So you simply need to multiply the numbers given there and give the answer as a positive number. So 5 times 3 is 15. Therefore, the answer for plus 5 multiplied by plus 3 would be, or positive 5 multiplied by positive 3 would be positive 15. So this is the answer for positive 5 multiplied by positive 3. Next is when you multiply two negative numbers, the final result will be a positive number. Unlike in addition where two negative numbers on addition will give you negative answer, in multiplication as well as in division, which is coming soon, in multiplication when you multiply two negative numbers, the final answer will be a positive number and you need to simply multiply the two numbers given there. So for example, negative 5 multiplied by negative 3, the final answer will be a positive number. So 5 times 3 is 15. Therefore, the result is positive 15. Negative 5 multiplied by negative 3 will give you a positive 15. 15 is coming from multiplying 5 and 3. The positive sign is coming from the two negative signs that we have in the product. Going further, positive multiplied by negative number. So in this case, you don't need to worry about which is bigger or which is smaller. Whichever is bigger, as long as you have one positive and one negative number multiplied, the negative number overrules the positive number. The final answer is always going to be negative. So when you have a positive 5 multiplied by negative 3, the final answer is going to be a negative 15. Plus 5 times negative 3. Positive 5 multiplied by negative 3 is equal to negative 15 because both the signs are opposite in the numbers. The same way, if you multiply a negative number with a positive number as well, you will have the final answer as a negative number because negative number overrules the positive number in this case. So if you have negative 5 multiplied by positive 3, whichever is bigger doesn't matter. As long as you have one number as per negative, other number as positive, the final answer is going to be negative. So this is negative 15. Negative 5 times the positive 3 is also equal to negative 15. So this is how you multiply two integers. Let's check your understanding. Positive 6 multiplied by positive 2, positive, positive. Next is negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive. So when you multiply two numbers, multiply the positive numbers 6 and 2, 5 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 5. And according to the signs of the two numbers, put the signs to the results. So positive will be positive 12. Negative will be positive 20. Positive negative is always negative. You don't have to worry about which is bigger or which is smaller. As long as you see positive negative on multiplication, you just put the negative sign for the results. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 5 is 40. Opposite signs, therefore negative answer 40. And it's very simple for multiplication, right? So let's proceed for division. Division is same as multiplication. As we saw, subtraction was similar to addition. Division is same as multiplication, because positive number divided by a positive number is going to give you a positive number, same as multiplication. Negative by negative is going to give you a positive number, same as multiplication. And in both these cases, negative divided by positive or positive divided by negative, you are going to get a negative answer. So for example, positive 5 divided by positive 3, you will get positive 5 over 3. Negative 5 divided by negative 3 will be again positive 5 over 3, because negative divided by negative is positive. Now in these two cases, the final answer is going to be negative 5 over 3. So negative 5 divided by positive 3 is negative 5 over 3. Positive 5 divided by negative 3 is also equal to negative 5 over 3. In these cases, I am giving you the division in the form of fractions. If these fractions are simplifiable, you need to give the answer in the simplest form. For example, instead of 5, I had 15. Then the numbers will be 5. The final answer will be 15 over 3, which is 5. So in these cases, you have to simplify the fraction as much as possible and give the final results. So let's proceed to see whether you have understood division or not. The first question is positive 3 divided by positive 7. Next is negative divided by positive. Next is negative divided by negative. Next, positive divided by negative, obviously. So try to answer these questions. Wherever the fractions are simplifiable, give the simplest form. Are you ready for the answers? Positive over positive is positive. Therefore, positive 3 over 7. You cannot simplify this further. Negative over positive is negative. So, negative 6 over 3. 6 over 3 is equal to 2. Therefore, the final answer is negative 2. This is negative over negative, therefore it is positive. Negative will be positive for both multiplication and division. Therefore the answer is positive 8 over 2. 8 over 2 is nothing but 4. Therefore the answer is positive 4. Negative and positive, or positive and negative, will give you negative answer. So first number divided by second number, 9 over 5 is the answer. Negative 9 over 5 here, because one is positive, the other one is negative. And you cannot simplify this further. I hope you understood and enjoyed this video, but before we complete, we are going to give a summary of what we learnt now. For addition, when you are adding two positive numbers, you add the two numbers as it is without considering the signs and give the answer in positive sign. When you are adding two negative numbers, here also you add the numbers without considering the sign of the numbers, just add the numbers as it is, but the final answer will have a negative sign. When you are adding one positive and one negative number, you have to subtract the two numbers, the bigger number minus the smaller number, without considering the sign of the numbers. But you have to put the sign of the bigger number in the answer. So I hope you understood all these things after seeing the examples that we just saw now. Next, for subtraction is the same as addition. So first number subtract second number. In this case, keep the first number without any change. You don't change the first number. Change the subtraction to addition question. Change the sign of the second number, positive to negative. If it was negative, change it to positive. So now you have addition question between two integers. So add the two integers according to the addition rules, and that will be your answer for subtraction. Next is multiplication and division together. We'll combine them together and see positive multiplied by positive is positive. Same way, positive divided by positive is also a positive number. Negative multiplied by negative is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. And positive and negative opposite signs will always give you negative answer. So this is all we have done with the signs of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division with integers. I hope you understood and enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like and share my videos with your friends and families. Thank you very much.